What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Thinking Big podcast, the show where we don't just dream about growing our businesses, we take massive action and make it happen. I'm your host, Sean Osborne, and today we are diving into one of the most critical elements in building a thriving online community, an email list, an audience, whatever it is that you're doing that drives engagement and sales.
Welcome to the Thinking Big podcast with Sean Osborne, the show helping you think bigger into your life and potential. Sean believes by equipping you with the tools, strategies, and philosophies required to be successful in all aspects of your life, you can achieve anything you believe in. Empowering our own growth makes a deeply positive and lasting impact on our lives, community, and our world. Now, here's Sean.
This episode is sponsored by the Inner Circle Mastermind. Listen, success isn't a solo game, and the fastest way to level up your business, mindset, and income is by getting in the right rooms. If you want to 10x your growth, then surround yourself with high-level thinkers. And this isn't just another group, it's a powerhouse of ambitious entrepreneurs, game changers, and industry leaders who are scaling fast and thinking even bigger. Doors are open now, but not for long, so apply today at thinkingbigcoaching.com/themastermind and start playing at a whole new level, because your network is your net worth. All right, well, welcome back, and let me cut straight to the chase. If you are struggling to get sales, engagement, or even the right kind of leads for your business, I've got one crucial question for you. Do you actually know who your dream customer is? I'm talking about knowing them intimately, their wants, their fears, their struggles, their big hopes for the future. And here's the deal. Without a crystal clear buyer's persona, every marketing dollar you spend is like throwing darts in the dark. You are hoping something sticks. Hoping is probably the most used and least effective strategy there is. So today, we are breaking the cycle of guesswork. I'm going to walk you through why defining your dream customer is a total game changer, how to do it, and how it transforms your marketing from a chore to a rewarding and even a fun process. And hey, stick around to the end because I've got a little surprise for you. I've got a little resource for you that'll take all of the stuff that we're talking about and make it super actionable for you. It is a free AI prompt that I designed that will do all of this for you, but it will be much more powerful if you know why it's doing what it's doing. So stick around and listen up for today. And let's dive in and set the stage. If you don't define your ideal perfect customer, your marketing message ends up being vague, a waste of time and money. You're barking up the wrong tree. When I first start working with people, this is the biggest problem I see hands down. They think their stuff is for everyone. When you try to talk to everybody, you are actually resonating with nobody, and that leads to a chain reaction of things. Number one, you attract the wrong audience. If your message isn't honed in, you'll spend time and money talking to folks who aren't really interested in what you sell or who don't even need what you have to offer. Your sales suffer. People won't buy if they don't feel seen or heard. They need to know that your product and service speaks directly to their exact problems. It leads to burnout, because you are hustling to convert people who aren't a good fit for you. You are spinning your wheels, and that is exhausting. So let's flip the script, because when you do understand your dream customer, something magical happens. Your content resonates. People feel that you're speaking directly to them, and that creates a connection. Your ads convert when you do ads. Your ads become hyper-targeted and land in front of the people who truly want to have what it is you offer. Your sales increase because the right people see your offer as the perfect solution. You're no longer pushing, you're inviting the exact person who needs it. Let me give you a quick example. Imagine you are selling a weight loss coaching program. If you don't know who you're talking to, your message might be as generic as, hey, get in shape now. That is so broad, and it blends into every other health message that you see out there. But if you hone in on a specific type of customer, your exact customer, let's say it's a busy professional trying to lose weight without sacrificing, their family or their 9-to-5 job, your message might become, hey, ready to drop 15 pounds in 30 days, even with a jam-packed schedule? I hope you see the difference there. It's magnetic because it resonates with a specific person, their situation, and their specific pain points. Now, I want to pull back the curtain and share an example of how this works for my own products. For instance, I have the ultimate list building blueprint. So we will just use that as an example. This is just a course to help, online entrepreneurs grow engaged email lists that actually boost sales, authority, and freedom. And I fed the products page into my custom AI avatar prompt, and this is what I'm going to give you at the end. And here's what came out. And it's super cool because it basically gives me, and now you, details of the ideal buyer persona of who would be buying the product that I have. Who's the exact person who would buy this ultimate list building blueprint product that I have. The details of who it resonates with as a product, as a service, as a community, whatever. So I know exactly who am I speaking to. And here's what AI says about the perfect buyer persona for the ultimate list building course. They're an aspiring entrepreneur. They typically are coaches, course creators, experts. Their demographics are age 25 through 45, earning $50,000 a year or more. Their interests are digital marketing. They love attending webinars. They can't resist a good workshop or online conference. Their challenges. This is where it gets big. This is where I want you guys to really pay attention because these are the things that will help you the most. So their challenges. They're struggling with inconsistent sales, overwhelmed by social media algorithms and rising ad costs. Now their goal? They want a substantial engaged email list that drives sales, and they want to become an authority in their space without draining their wallets on ads. They're key action drivers. This is what drives them. They tend to be swayed by testimonials, real-world proof, and the promise of a community support if they do decide to take action. Now, notice how specific that is. I know their pain points, what they want, and what triggers them to say yes. And suddenly, my marketing to this person becomes so much easier because I can draft messages that speak directly to their dreams and their fears. I can design things that eliminate at least one of their fears, one of their pain points, and that's how you build the community. That's how you build that's how you sell anything, right? Now, one piece that is often overlooked in defining your dream customer is understanding their emotional drivers. It's not just about who they are on paper. It's about what keeps them up at night, what frustrates them to the point where they want to throw their laptop out the window, and what makes them so determined to succeed that they'll do almost anything to crack the code. And for my example, the AI prompt identified 5 core emotions. The first one is frustration, 10 out of 10. Inconsistent sales and ineffective marketing can be infuriating and lead people to want to quit. Number 2 is overwhelm. It's a 9 out of 10. Navigating complex marketing tools and new social media algorithms is like playing an endless game of whack-a-mole. Another one of their emotional drivers is determination, 8 out of 10. Even though they're frustrated, they still believe success is possible. This is their lifeline. Next is skepticism, 7 out of 10. They've been burned by promises and hype before, so they are wary. Next one is hopefulness, 6 out of 10. Deep down, they believe that with the right strategy and guidance, real growth is possible. You see, when you know your dream customer's emotional landscape, you can start to speak to it. You can guide it. You can help them see the path forward, from getting where they are now to where they need to be. That's how you turn a casual browser into a raving fan, into a customer. So let's talk about, to me, this is one of the most important things to know about your customer, and that is their pain points. The real struggles your audience face daily, and you must understand their pain points and develop solutions to alleviate them. Now, for my buyer's persona, the aspiring entrepreneur, they're looking to build an email list, and their pain points for this are, number 1, inconsistent sales. Their income is unpredictable, leading to anxiety, sleepless nights. Low pain point is low email engagement. They send out emails and nobody cares, which feeds into the discouragement and wanting to quit. Their dependence on paid ads, that is a pain point for them. They are dependent on paid ads, and it's risky, it's expensive, and it doesn't guarantee any results at all when you do ads. Their next pain point is difficulty growing a quality list. They're stuck, not attracting the right people, or they're attracting no one at all. Constant algorithm changes is such a huge pain point for anybody, but especially for the list builders, people trying to build their communities. These algorithm changes, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, the social landscape is always shifting and you can lose everything overnight. Now, the other thing that you really need to tap into and you need to consider is their limiting beliefs. They're both internal and external limiting beliefs, because when you do that, you know how to communicate to them. You know how to deal with the things. So for here, internal beliefs for this buyer persona, these are the things that are about themselves. I'm not tech savvy enough. I don't have a big enough audience. I've tried it before and it flopped. You need to answer their external beliefs as well. For this case, it's about email marketing. So they have external beliefs about that, limiting beliefs about that. Email is outdated. Nobody opens email. It takes too long to build a quality list. Whatever it is, any market you go to, they're going to have internal and external limiting beliefs about what you do and about themselves. You've got to be able to answer those. You've got to be able to answer their beliefs about your product or solution. Will this really work for my niche? It sounds too good to be true. Can I actually implement all of this stuff that we're talking about? And you might be saying, Sean, why does this matter? It's because if you don't address those beliefs in your messaging, your post, your copy, everything, if you don't deal with it, your customer remains stuck and you remain invisible. You won't be able to grow your list. You won't be able to grow your community. You won't be able to make the sales if you don't do these things. For this, you have to show them how your solution, your community, your product will help them blow these beliefs out of the water. Those are the things that you have to do in your marketing. And you can't do any of this if you don't know who they are exactly. You've got to know everything. So for instance, their habits, you've got to know their good habits, their bad habits. For my avatar, it comes up and says that my avatar has negative patterns. They're, that overanalyze every decision. They're chasing shiny objects. They're procrastinating. They're ignoring analytics. They're trying to do everything manually. And the positive patterns that they need. So these are the things that you try to instill, the habits that you try to instill in them. Crafting consistent value-driven content, setting up automated sequences, tracking metrics, and learning from those who've already succeeded. By highlighting these, you essentially guide them from where they are to where they want to be. And that is where transformation happens. People don't buy products. They buy transformation. They buy a solution to their problem. They buy, you want to transform from where I am to where I want to go. That's what you're doing. And let's shift from the challenges to the possibilities. Most entrepreneurs, especially those thinking big, have a vision for a better life, a thriving business, and the feeling of finally just making it, just that being able to breathe. And for this list building product, here's what my avatar dreams about: predictable income. They want to break free from the roller coaster of unpredictable revenue. They dream about an engaged audience, a community that actually looks forward to hearing from them and trusts their recommendations. They dream about reduced dependency on social media. No more what I call praying and spraying, praying all this stuff out there and just hope that the next algorithm update won't kill their reach. They dream about automation so they can focus on what they love instead of the tedious tasks of doing all of these things. They dream about financial freedom, to live on their own terms and invest back into the lifestyle that they desire, that they want. And when you speak to these dreams in your content, in your posts, in everything that you do, you're no longer selling a product. You're offering a transformation. You're offering a community. You're offering, for list building, you're offering a way to get in and to be a part of something. And that is absolutely powerful stuff when you get to that point. And let's keep it real. Your dream customer starts with a healthy dose of skepticism. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're building communities, lists, selling products. It doesn't matter. They are going to start with a healthy dose of skepticism. They've seen it all. Miracle one-click funnels, magic marketing wands, and overnight success promises. So for this list building product, my customer avatar, my ideal customer, my dream customer, they're thinking, does email marketing really work? Do people even open emails anymore? I've tried it before and it crashed and burned. They're thinking, I don't want to waste money on another course or wasted strategy. I don't have time to write emails every day. I have no idea where to start. But with the right and specific messaging, again, until you know who they are, you can't take them through this journey. Your job through your posts, through your emails, through your communications is to move them through that doubt. So they start saying, hey, if I see, big brands and my peers doing it, maybe it does work. Oh, I was missing a structured system before. Now I can follow a step-by-step plan. You need to have them start thinking, this isn't just theory, there's real world proof that it works. You want to take them on the path of, automation means I don't have to do everything manually anymore. I want them to be thinking, hey, if it's all laid out for me, I just need to begin. I just need to start. And by addressing each of these steps, you help them climb from doubt to readiness and eventually into saying, yes, Sean, I am in. This is where I need to be. I know this will work for me. So let's talk about how you can define your dream customer, whether you're launching a new, brand new community or selling a program or starting to build your list, like in this instance. Identify their demographics, their age, their income, their location. This helps you focus on your marketing, but do not start there. Your customer avatar just can't be that. Go beyond the basics to include interests, passion, online communities that they hang out with. Understand their pain points. What keeps them up at night? Is it inconsistent sales, fear of failing, or simply confusion about where to start? Zero in on the emotional hot buttons that drives them to seek solutions. Know their desires. What transformations are they craving? Is it more time freedom? Greater financial stability? The confidence that comes from mastering a skill? And here's a pro tip. You're never selling just a product. You are selling a transformation. I really want you to get that. Always connect the dots between where they are and where they want to be. It might sound like a lot of work, but trust me, it pays to know who your audience is at a very, very deep level. And if you like a little extra help getting crystal clear on your audience, I've got the resource that's for you. I'm going to put it in the show notes, and it does all of the heavy lifting for you, get you on track. It'll get you 85 to 95% done in just minutes. So more on that in a minute, but I wanted to get into two of the customer avatars that it built for me. It'll go in and it'll build a male and a female customer avatar for you. So I want you to meet James Parker and Sarah Mitchell, two example customer avatars who might both be the perfect fit for something like my email marketing or for my list building course, right? But for different reasons. James Parker, 35, a digital entrepreneur. He loves reading business books like .com Secrets and Atomic Habits. He's got some experience under his belt, but his challenge is that he is spread too thin. He's tried multiple marketing strategies from Facebook ads here to YouTube there, but he's not seeing any consistent results from those. James needs a proven framework that'll let him automate his email marketing so he can focus on creating a new course in the stuff that he does. Now, Sarah, she's 32, an online coach, listens to business podcasts, reads stuff like You Are a Badass at Making Money, Jen Sincero, which is a great book, by the way, and Launch, and she's just starting out. Now, she knows the basics of marketing, but feels intimidated by the tech and worries about sounding too salesy. How many people are like that? I know I've got a lot of people that when they go to sales, they think it's just all salesy. Anyways, Sarah wants to build a community of loyal subscribers who see her as a friend and mentor. She craves a sense of personal connection, but also wants to monetize effectively. Now, if I'm writing copy or creating ads for James, it might sound something like automate your sales process and grow your list effortlessly, even if you've only got a few hours a week, right? But if I'm targeting Sarah, I might focus on building a passionate community that can't wait to hear from you. Tech wizardry not required. See how just a slight tweak in the messaging can zero in on each person's individual needs. And you can market to multiples, but pick specific things, pick their exact pain points, pick their exact dreams, because when you talk to that, that's when you connect and that's when you really see results. And really, that's the power of a solid customer avatar. Now, I know some of you are thinking, Sean, this is a ton of information. Where do I even start? And that's the beauty of having a system. If you're the kind of person who is ready to take everything that we've talked about, defining your dream customer, understanding their limiting beliefs, mapping out their, an automated strategy for building an email list, and actually put that into action, let's just say there's a place that you can find all of that in one nice little neat package. Imagine a step-by-step blueprint that walks you through each phase of building a profitable email list. Something built specifically for ambitious entrepreneurs like you who want real, tangible results. And if that resonates with you, you might be interested in checking out the show notes, the resources in the show notes I've got there. This is something that has already helped countless people transition from guessing to consistent income and thriving engaged community and engaged email list. Now, there's no pressure here. I'm not trying to sell that through here. Just putting it out there just in case you're the kind of action taker who wants wants to build, a blueprint that's proven and tested and easy to follow for building an email list. But again, that's a separate thing. Anyways, let's do a recap on what we talked about. Defining your dream customer is a non-negotiable. I want you to understand that. Defining your dream customer is a non-negotiable. If you want to rise above the noise and see real traction in your business, understanding their pain points, their limiting beliefs, and habits helps you craft messages and cuts through all the fluff, all the crap, and speaks directly to their core. Knowing their hopes, their dreams, emotional drivers lets you position your product or your community as the bridge between where they are now and where they want to be. But if you don't know that, you can't sell that. You can't do that, right? Now, those two customer avatars examples, James Parker and Sarah Mitchell, show how nuanced these personas can be and how small shifts in messages can lead to a huge difference in results for you. And finally, if you are looking for a comprehensive resource that ties all of these principles into a proven roadmap, there is something waiting for you in the show notes with free access to my ultimate customer persona generator so you can get yours done today. It's so easy. You'll just go there. It's on ChatGPT. I'll give you the link in there. You just go there, you put in the URL to your product or your service or your community, and it will go and build you the perfect customer avatar for who would be the person buying, who would be the person joining your exact thing. And it's all based on AI. And I tell you, AI knows everything. AI is smarter than I am. I can tell you that. All by zeroing in on the people that you're meant to serve. It's not about pushy sales tactics or being someone that you're not. It's about aligning between who you are, who they are, and how you can help them get the results that they crave. All right, my friends, that is a wrap on today's episode of the Thinking Big podcast. We have covered a ton of ground, from the fundamentals of defining your dream customers all the way to diving into their emotional drivers and the habits that keep them stuck. The choice is yours. Keep guessing, hoping, and struggling, or get a crystal clear path on who you're speaking to and watch your marketing transform, watch your communities grow. Remember, clarity is the first step to momentum. So go take those 3 quick steps, nail down the demographics, understand their pain points, and crystallize their desires. Then start speaking directly to that person every time you write a blog post, every time you record a podcast, every time you post on social media, run an ad, always to that person. And you will be amazed how much easier everything becomes when you are talking to someone you actually know. And if you value today's show, make sure that you share it with a friend or a colleague who could use a little kick in the butt in their marketing game. And if you're ready to dive deeper into building a community and an email list that practically sells for you, well, you already know where to go. It's up in the show notes, but hint, it's up there. Thanks for tuning in. This has been the Thinking Big podcast. I am Sean Osborne, reminding you to keep dreaming big, keep taking massive actions, and never forget, your success is closer than you think when you know exactly who you're speaking to. And if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. Please leave a review. I love to hear from people that listen. For show notes, links, and more resources to help you think bigger and build the business of your dreams, head over to the show notes here for this episode. All the links will be there. And until next time, keep thinking big and crushing those goals.